fuck off, bro. Just thought I'd,
What did you make of the manuscript?
It dates from the time of the Crusades.
We guessed that from the Templar seal.
It's a story and pictures like a modern-day comic book.
What story does the manuscript tell?
I don't know. It was probably produced for the tourist market.
Tourists?
Oh, oui, pilgrims in their thousands on their way to Jerusalem. The tourist trade is nothing new, you know. It's been around for centuries. Ever since Joshua made a packet selling souvenir bricks from the walls of Jericho.
Have you deciphered any of the images on the manuscript?
There's very little I can be sure about. The slang of the bull could be a reference to Mithras.
Who's he?
A Persian god, almost as popular as Christ at one time. The only thing I can be sure of is the knight. He's Spanish.
How can you tell that?
The writing on the shield, the reference to Ave Maria. No self-respecting knight from Northern Europe would have borne a coat of arms like that.
Can you identify the knight's coat of arms?
I already did, Georgie. He's a member of the De Vasconcelos family from the Costa Calida.
Were they famous?
No, they're not mentioned after the 15th century.
Oh.
The spotlight of history moved on. They're probably long dead.
Do you think the manuscript could be the map to the Templar treasure?
Frankly, no. That's too far-fetched. The manuscript is interesting enough and a rare find, but that's all.
Wouldn't it be terrific if it was a map, though? The treasure of the Knights Templar.
A romantic notion, Georgie, but extremely improbable.
Hey, look at this tripod here. Can I save it? No. Alright, let me get out of conversation. Let's show him the tripod.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Alright. Save it. Museum after theft. Alright. Let's show him the tripod. I'm just curious what he does.
Hello, Georgie.
Oh, Andre?
Oui?
What would you say if I told you I knew who'd taken the tripod?
I'd call the police and have them arrested.
That's what I thought.
Who was it?
Oh, I don't know, really. It was just a hypothetical question.
That's too bad. If I could get my hands on a thief, I'd wring his neck.
Okay, well, I'm out.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
I was expecting something else, but alright, whatever. Alright, let's get out of here. Nothing new there, really. Guess go back here. Oh shit. There's something new.
Hello again, officer.
Hello again, monsieur.
Nothing.
I'll see you around.
Right.
Oui, monsieur. I'll be there.
Hey kid, can I lick your sucker?
I had no desire to talk to the crowd.
Well, I do.
Hey, you with the balls.
Oui?
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Le Templier? Ah, their last Grand Master, Jacques Dumoulin, was burnt on an island in the Seine in 1314.
Wow. You're pretty well educated for a juggler.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
Same as the police officer.
How did you learn to be a juggler?
Juggler? What is this juggler?
It's you. You juggle, that makes you a juggler.
No, I am a jongleur.
A jongler? What's that?
Mon Dieu. A jongleur is an artist, a master of the contre-gravitique aeroballetic mysteries. In centuries past, the courts of the crownheads of Europe had the jongleurs, witty, erudite men to whom the monarchs turned in their hours of need.
Wait a minute,
What?
wait. Let me get this straight. Our enemies are at the borders, plague ravages the land, and the peasants are revolting. Thank God we've got Chuckles the Jongler to throw his balls around. I don't think so.
Throw his balls around. Yeah.
That juggling doesn't look so difficult.
Oh, it does not, does it not? Perhaps you feel you could do better, no?
I'll give it a try.
Be my guest.
I had no idea what I was doing. But this guy was obviously an idiot, so how difficult could it be?
Difficult.
A lot more difficult than I thought. That's how difficult. Still, it was my
How
big
pissed
chance
off
to
the
be
crowd
provided
is.
by complete strangers.
Wah, wah, wah.
Not so easy after all, is it?
No, I guess not. Look, a red nose.
Ah, you are a clown.
A clown?
No, if so, you would be a much better jongleur.
For a moment, an idea capered around near the spotlight of my attention, but fell down the pothole of abstraction before I could focus on it.
Wait, what is it?
Look, a red nose.
Oh, you say, whoop-de-doo.
Have you seen this man before?
No.
Feast your eyes on this.
Incroyable. Is it real?
I think so.
Some people believe that great gems always have curses upon them.
Oh, that's garbage. Although, now that I think about it, both of the people who had this before me disappeared in mysterious circumstances. And the guy who was
Why am I
supposed
telling
get
this to a clown?
was shot and then murdered in his hospital bed. Do you want it?
No, thank you.
Does this lab pass mean anything to you?
You work in a lab.
No, try again.
You steal lab passes.
No. Well, not as a habit. This was a special case. This gadget is a sewer key.
I do not want it, thank you.
Well, I'm not selling it. I just wanted your opinion.
It is hardly my area of expertise.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
You smoke.
No, I don't.
In that case, it means nothing to me.
Does this plaster interest you?
Well,
Forget it. Forget that I asked.
I don't even
What do you
wanna
think
know.
of this?
it is a medical device, oui?
Oui. Yes. Does this grease paint mean anything to you?
A red nose, and now grease paint? You are sure you are not a clown?
Well, I was distracted by the idea again. Caper, caper, caper. Plummet. Nope. Gone again. It didn't seem right to fry somebody's palm when they make their living with their hands.
Come on.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
I don't know.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
Look, a red nose.
Oh, you say, whoop-de-doo.
Alright.
I had no desire to talk to the crowd.
I don't... What are we supposed to do with these people? Gotta be here for a reason.
I couldn't open it with my bare hands.
Broad daylight, right around a crowd.
Hey! Hey, you! What do you think you're doing? Leave that cover alone! Now!
Sorry, no.
Use...
There was a small crowd of 5. It's a weird thing, but you can take the most intelligent people in the world, put them in their vacation duds, and hey presto, they look like morons. Why is that?
Presto, they look like morons.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
I don't know.
Look, a red nose.
Oh, you...
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Let's see if anything changed in the building behind them then. I'm still guessing we gotta get in the sewer, I don't know why. Come on, dude, walk. Let's go. Nothing's changed here either. Okay, so what are we supposed to be doing then? The museum looks like a dead end. This whole area looks like a dead end, but except for the clown stuff and the sewer, which we haven't figured that out yet. I don't know if we have to do anything with these people or not. Nico doesn't have anything. The police don't have anything. Cafe area is nobody there. Go back to the hospital? Oh, I think that's grayed out, isn't it? Let's go back to the map real quick. Yeah, so let's look where we can go. Yeah, can't go back to the hospital. There's nobody here. She doesn't have anything. Police don't have anything. Still go back to the museum, which is weird. Here right now. I don't know. Suggestions? I don't think we have to go back to Ireland. That's the only place we can go right now. There's been nothing that would say to go back there. Story-wise, anyway. The only thing we have new is the clown. Try showing the electrician ID to the guy sitting at the cafe. The place we were just at. Or what's the place card behind the clown?
Hello again, officer.
Hello again, monsieur.
Take a look at this.
Ah, an electrician. My TV has been acting up. Could you fix it?
Same
I doubt
dialogue.
it. This isn't my ID. Hello again, officer.
Hello again, monsieur.
Oh, he's got dialogue options. They're new. Guess because we talked to the clown.
What do you think of the juggler?
Ah, he is excellent, most watchable.
Kaiser
But
plays.
he's blocking the thoroughfare and obstructing
Welcome in.
traffic.
So?
Love this game. Took
he is
ages to finish.
amusing. The traffic isn't.
Yeah,
If he
it's
wants to
so
block
far
it,
seems like it's
who am I to say no?
relatively
You're
long.
a cop.
Ah, oui.
It's been very
So
fun.
I'm...
Very interesting game.
Ah,
Intriguing story.
well,
Some little finicky parts in the game though, but overall it's pretty solid. But yeah, welcome in. How are you?
So
just
you're
say?
not going to do anything about this guy.
no.
He probably doesn't even have a license.
Ah, a license. This I had not considered.
So what are you going to do?
The instant I return to the station, I shall check.
Return to the station? Why not just ask him?
And spoil his concentration? What kind of a barbarian do you take me for? Ah,
Just finished streaming?
you
That's cool.
are a clown.
What have you been playing?
Do I look like a clown?
No. Although you juggle like one. Now,
Juggle like a
if
clown.
I'd known you were a clown, it would have been amusing. And not a humiliation for you.
What do you mean?
Who ever heard of a plainclothes clown?
He had a point. So you're saying that if I juggle badly with a red nose, I'd be the king of comedy. But if I juggle badly without it...
You look like a pathetic loon. Oui, monsieur. You have it.
At least he's honest with us. So, juggle again with the red nose on. Okay. Alright, so
I'll
I
see you around.
guess we'll
Oui,
get
monsieur.
dialogue options now with the
I'll
clown
be
again.
there.
I guess we had to talk to him. Retro games, Capcom Fighting Jam, Burnout 3, Bridge Race. That's cool. Yeah, we're doing I'm doing a I usually call it like an adventure game. I'd just say project. I don't really know what else to call it, but we're playing like a different adventure game every day of the week. So like yesterday we just finished up Fate of Atlantis. Today we're continuing this. This is our second day playing this game. What was that, Wednesday? Thursday's my off day. Friday we started Call of Cthulhu Shadow of the Comet, and we'll be getting back to that one, which is also got a cool story to it, but that game, yeah, I can't see how you get through that game without a walkthrough. Saturday we'll be starting a newer game. It's a newer release of an adventure game. I can't even remember the name off the top of my head, but some weird name that anyway, long story short, whenever we finish a game, I'm doing a raffle, so anybody that's watching stream at that time can enter the raffle, and if you win you get to pick the next game that kind of slides into the time slot of the game we just finished. So for example, there you go, Yarathrust Cybergeddon, just kind of, I think it just released this week. So for example, if I was to finish this game today, we would do a raffle, and people would get a chance to pick the next game from an extensive list of adventure games, and then that would fall into this time slot. So like next week we would play that game on the same day. So it's kind of what we're doing at least for the month of February, and just see how it goes. So yeah, if it's something you might be interested in, yeah, come check it out. But Mondays we're playing Alan Wake 2. I started it and never got back to finishing it. So that's kind of Monday's time slot. So it's just like the only alternative to doing the retro stuff. So it's not exactly retro games, but it's just adventure games. So like I said, it could be a modern. It depends on who the viewers pick. You know what I mean? So that's just something to do, something new I'm just doing. Thought it'd be fun, gauging interaction with chat and stuff like that. So yeah, if it's something you're interested in, yeah, by all means check it out. just for shits and giggles, if you're interested, here's the self-promotion. I know there's the adventure game list that I put together. It's not every game that exists, but it's just, you know, so it's pretty long. All right, so let's try and juggle with this guy again. All right.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
I'm wondering if I gotta put the nose on
Look,
first.
a red nose.
Crap.
Oh, you say?
Yeah.
Whoop-de-doo.
So, like I said, whenever someone wins the raffle, that's the list that they get to choose from. So, it could be anything, pretty much. Pretty much if you can think of it, it's probably on there. A lot of obscure games, too. Like things I just happened to stumble across when I was doing my research to come up with the list. So I'm constantly adding stuff to it. Whether or not, you know, it's not something I ever intend on finishing by any means, but it's just is what it is. And thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. All right. Should I back out and put the nose on? I don't. Hold on.
I'd like to have another try at juggling, please.
You have gone on a crash course, perhaps?
No, I just had an insight into presentation.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate. The balls, please.
If you insist on
can I have your
completing
balls?
your humiliation, monsieur.
Can I couple your balls?
Now for my secret weapon.
Oh, he puts it on automatically. Okay. What the hell was
The
that?
juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime.
That was terrible.
And without a word, he collected his balls and left in a fury. Hey, you forgot one of your balls. Hey! But he didn't hear.
All right, that was something.
Better
well,
still,
that happened.
deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some policing for a change.
Okay, he's leaving. So now can we go into the sewer? With these people standing here, I guess. Let's try. I guess they cheered because he looked an idiot. Alright, here we go. We've been trying to do this for a little while now. Progress. I like how they just stand there. They don't say anything. Excuse me while I open up the sewer and climb down and pull the what you call it, the enclosure back on top. No emotion. Not one word. That's great. Okay. So what we got going on here? Alright, let's save it down here. I don't know. I don't want to lose any progress. I'll just call it sewer number 2. Alright. Sewer 2. Don't just mind me going into sewers. Yeah, it's just... I expected them to say something, like some kind of... anything, really. Just stand there in awe. Let's go check out the boat. This is a ladder going up. A couple, looks like murals on the wall.
On the boat was a winching machine.
Okay. Let's look at these murals, or whatever they are.
The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone.
Same thing, I presume.
The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence.
Okay.
Close up, I could see a faded inscription. My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, "This is where the gallows used to stand." Maybe.
Okay. Not gonna do anything for me here. Can't go that way, so I guess... What is he looking at over here? Why is there a cogwheel here?
If I wanted to get deeper into these catacombs, I was going to have to get onto that path. If the near edge hadn't crumbled away, I could have jumped it easily. Now, I wasn't so sure.
Alright, so let's see what we can do with the winch.
There was a handle in the boat that fed out chain with a hook on the end.
Okay, grab it.
The hook was held rigidly by the tightly wound chain.
I get that. Fucking ball. Just love how he shrugged his shoulders. What are you talking about?
That is not a good
Oh, I
idea.
thought he was gonna do something with that. I'm like, what?
No way. No way.
I want to combine it.
No.
Exhausted our resources. I know it ain't gonna do anything.
That is not a good idea.
Okay, so what does he want us to do with
There
this?
was a handle in the boat that fed out chain with a hook on the end.
Alright. Apparently I didn't right click it, I was just left clicking it. Or vice versa, actually. Wait. So what does he want me to do with it? No, throw it over there. Doesn't want me to go with it. Not sure what it wants me to do with the hook. He's just going to wheel it back up again, I would presume. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Gotta hook it to something, but there's nothing else to click on.
The hook was held rigidly by the...
I get that.
There was a handle in the boat that fed out chain with a hook on the end.
Not sure what to do.
There was a handle in the boat that fed out chain with a hook on the end.
I don't know. Gotta be something on this side, because whenever I click over here, he just drops it. Something with these?
The inscription was undecipherable. The plaster had cracked and was falling away. I wondered why.
Don't put it on there. Just drops it. Okay, guess not.
The inscription was undecipherable. I wondered why. The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence. The inscription was hard. The inscription was hard.
Why did this one give me a different message?
There were 3 arches, each with an
I'm
inscription.
right-clicking. So left-clicking.
Close up, I could see a faded inscription. My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, "This is where the gallows used to stand." Maybe. There were 3 arches, each with an inscription.
Okay, but it's not doing me any good. Is it possible I just can't do anything down here right now? But up... But I can't... I mean, the only new item I got is the ball. Just trying to think, like... The ball doesn't do us any good at the museum. Right? I can't even think what the ball would be used for. Let's go back up. Can I go anywhere else in the sewer? Only if you cross here, it says. Right? Cogwheel, please.
Okay, it's long jump time. Here goes. Do I look crazy or something?
Okay. Thought maybe he was gonna jump. Check the archways again if something new appears on the second inscription. Seems like he's getting the same message.
The inscription was hard to... There were 3 arches, each with an inscription. The inscription was hard to read. The inscription was undecipherable. I wondered why. There were 3 arches.
Oh, he got a different message when I looked at this one before, but now he's not.
The inscription was undecipherable. The plaster had cracked and was falling away. I wondered why.
Or maybe he didn't, I don't know. Can I go anywhere else in the sewer? It doesn't look like it. Like, I don't see the hand icon pointing anywhere. He mentions, like, if you look at this...
If I wanted to get deeper into these catacombs, I was going to have to get onto that path. If the near edge hadn't crumbled away, I could have jumped it easily. Now, I wasn't so sure.
So my answer, my guess anyway, is no, I can't. But I don't understand why you'll pick this up and then not do anything with it. You figure you would grab the hook over here and stick it onto something, and then you would crank the chain back in and it would pull whatever it's hooked to, which kind of makes sense, like a wall or something, but it doesn't appear to be anything to put it on over here.
The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence.
He doesn't get a prompt. At least I don't think he did. There's no cogwheel. The only cogwheel he gets over here, but if I click it, he drops the chain and tries to walk over here, I guess, to do that jump thing. But that's obviously not what we want. Look at the muck. Going.
What's a guy supposed to do with a sewer? Don't answer that. The recent showers had made the levels rise a little, but at least the place didn't smell so much.
So I don't know if we're missing something or not.
There was a handle in the boat that fed out chain with a hook on the end. On the boat was a winching machine.
There's probably another one of those goat-type puzzles where it's just something that we're not thinking of. What about the chain holding the boat? Can't click it.
On the boat the inscription was undecipherable. The plaster had cracked and was falling away. I wondered why.
In fact, he says this one's cracked. You would think he could do something with it, but...
There were 3 arches, each with an inscription.
It doesn't give me a cogwheel, so... Oh.
Hey, that's hollow! It was time for some brutal destruction.
Oh, shit. Alright, well, there you go.
I'd poked a hole in an historical site. If any archaeologists came by, they'd lynch me for this. Close up, I could see the plaster was thinner where I'd broken through, and behind it were some cogs and a lever. There was some sort of mechanism hidden with a lever in...
Let's see if he'll put this on there now. Come on, dude. What do you keep picking at? Stop dropping it.
There was some sort of mechanism hidden inside the wall, with a lever in the middle of it.
Okay.
Here goes.
Oh, now he's gonna do something. I already clicked that before.
Cool. Inside the hole...
Okay, what's that do? Go.
The secret door had jammed. I couldn't get through that gap.
Now will you stick this on there? Okay. No breaking sound. Forgot to pipe in an audio effect for that. Oh shit. The fuck? Well, we're not in Kansas anymore, that's for sure.
It would take a blacksmith or an engineer to do anything with that.
What
The
is
door mechanism was trashed.
it? Okay, that's the mechanism, okay.
There was a crack in the wall. Through it, I could see a glimmer of natural light.
Okay, doesn't want to use that.
In the beginning was the end.
An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness.
In the end will be a beginning.
An end to our enemies heralds our new day.
Report. The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Excellent. The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own
The dude standing in front of the boat looks like the guy from the hotel that we talked to earlier in the game.
Is almost upon us, and everything is in place for the rise of our new order. Almost. Professor, where is the broken sword?
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And
sure
as we discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sword of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust
got
these
Indiana Jones on the
historians
trail.
and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lochmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an
Yeah,
assassin. Plain and simple.
That's not what he believes. He actually thinks.
Silence! Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty? A trust? When Philippe attempted to destroy the Order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results, not petty bickering, not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course. My apologies. We will find Baphomet.
Pretty
and
sure that's the
sword,
guy from the
manuscript
hotel.
Or no. We have already found another element actually within Paris.
Excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present.
Ha!
But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us, Professor?
We already know three
makes sense.
of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
Oh, that was a lot of dialogue. So that was the one guy was the dude who came in and killed the one guy in the hospital. I'm pretty sure the dude with the bifocal standing in front of the boat is the dude from the hotel. I really didn't make out the other people. Which one's Lorax? Oh, you... Never mind. Never mind. Can you walk away? Alright, what's going on here? Just dawned on me what you meant.
I could hear voices from the lit area.
Oh, I guess that goes down to there. Alright, let's just see what happens. Hold on. Alright, I don't have a save in here. Cave, I don't know, whatever. I'm assuming we're gonna walk in on him to see if he dies.
This was it. The conspiracy was revealed. Okay, nobody move. I'm making a citizen's arrest. At last, I had them. I could see the fear in their eyes as their little scheme came to pieces. You're all going away for a very long time. And you can just drop those guns. You're impressing nobody.
Alright, well that was a different death. That was pretty good. I figured out what would happen. Alright. Oh man, alright. So still can't go any further in the in the sewer itself. Can't get across that area. So is that it down here? So what am I supposed to do? I don't feel like the game really... I wonder if I could throw the ball in. throw the ball in the hole. No, he won't. Are we done with this?
This will be our last
Oh, they're still talking?
meeting in
Oh, I thought it was
person
over.
until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition. The new millennium will belong to us. The next time...
Isn't the second game called Reforged or
it will
something?
be to become the princess of this world!
No, it's not. Smoking Mirror. I don't know. What was Reforged? Something was Reforged, but whatever. Oh, they left now. So now I guess we can go down. I didn't know you had to look in there again. Like, little things like that, like, why doesn't the conversation just continue instead of you backing out so you have to click on the hole again? Like, I assumed it was over the first time. It was just pure accident that we came back here. I was about to leave the sewer.
There was a large circle marked out on the floor with a stump in the middle. Around the circle, I could see words inlaid into the stone.
Okay.
On the circle's circumference were the Templar seal and 2 Latin phrases.
Ah, that's what it is. Okay, yeah, I remember hearing it.
Non omnis moriar and clarior e tenebris. I shall not die completely.
That's right, it's a new one
the
coming out.
brighter from the darkness.
Yeah, to remake it looks very good. Can't wait to, after we finish this, you know, I'll be looking forward to playing a remake of it. It does look very good. It did say though the artwork is isn't whatchamacallit, or not the artwork, but the animations on the character were placeholders, so they're not actually finished. So I don't know how good or much different the game's gonna look from that trailer, but I was impressed. I thought it looked pretty nice.
On the circle's circumference were the Templar seal and 2 Latin phrases. Non omnis moriar and clarior e tenebris. I shall not die completely, the brighter from the darkness. There was a large circle. Around the circle, I could see I noticed 3 small notches around the edge of the stump's top.
Yeah. Say that again?
I noticed 3 small notches around the edge of the stump's top.
Small notches. Okay.
It was a large blue...
Oh.
The light, falling from above, struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays, and each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the seal, I could read M-A-R-I-B.
I thought it was going to be Maria.
Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant.
I hope he grabbed everything. I assume
Nico,
he did.
I've seen them.
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars.
I thought he was going to say masturbating. I don't know why.
They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there, the guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the broken sword, whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into
Title
all
drop.
He's out to stop them. These Neo-Templars,
I notice he's on the love
they're
seat,
men
right?
and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
So, how do they hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria, but they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib is a village in Syria.
Then the Neo-Templars are ahead of us. Klausner beat me to it.
You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay. What about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
Show her the ball we got. Maybe she'll be impressed with our balls.
Would you like this juggling ball?
Have you been drinking, Georges?
No, why?
Because you're talking crap.
Alright, she's not impressed. I figured we show her our tool and our balls, you know, but we're still in the friend zone, chat. It's pretty relevant.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Oh, we gotta wait for him to get over and walk over to the table and sit down. Really? Alright. Well, usually, if the person has one ball, that means you can't get the other person pregnant. So that's actually pretty good. What happened to the other thing?
That's the tripod.
Yeah.
That's the gem. There's a woman, but the reflection. The night scroll through my teaching.
Nothing different on here. Nope. Alright, let's go. So I guess we gotta follow this guy Klauser or Krauser, whatever his name is.
Do you think I should go to Marib?
Syria is a long way, Georges.
Is that a yes or a no? Says it's a long way. Didn't really answer my question. Other than playing Catwoman for like 2 seconds, she's been pretty useless. See, when I was first playing this, there is a remaster of this game, which is the director's cut. They added some stuff and they changed some like minor details to the game, but apparently it's a bit quirky compared to this one. Everybody says this is the better version to play. But at the very beginning of the game, you play as Nico for like 20 minutes. It's like a prologue that leads into the cutscene, or into the cutscene with the explosion at the cafe. So I figured, regardless of the director's cut, I figured you'd be using Nico in this game, but I guess you don't. It's just all Georgie. Just figured you'd be switching back and forth. Alright, so I guess we gotta go to the aeroport. What? We don't have to go back there anymore. That's good. The villa? Why would that be there? Reeb. Going to Marib. Time is it's 4:40. Okay, got a little bit more time. Maybe another 20-40 minutes, maybe something like that. Before I have to start wrapping up for dinner. So, there's a gun. Let's grab the gun.
I didn't really want to lug the rifle around with me.
Why not?
I had neither the money nor the desire to buy any of that garbage. I had neither the money. I hadn't come.
What's up, little bro?
Hey there, young fella. Speak ye you the English? Speak you the Anglais? Parlez-vous anglais?
Yes, si, and indeed we, and rather better than you by the sound of it. My name is Nico. Welcome to my grand emporium of quality merchandise.
That's a nice looking pussy you have. Mind if I pet it?
Does the word Templar mean anything to you?
Templar. Ah, Templar. Templar! Why, yes, of course.
It does?
Yes. A splendid series of books by Mr. Leslie Chatteris, featuring the roguish Mr. Simon Templar.
Great. That's a real help, Nijo. Anything else?
The Saint television program featuring Mr.
Roger Moore
of the quizzical eyebrow and a stick man with a halo. Bing!
1 second. Alright, I gotta go do a quick errand. I'll be right back. I'll throw up, I'll just leave it running for a little bit. I'll be right back. Won't be long. Just a couple minutes. Alright, I'm back. Sorry for the delay. Alright. We done with this kid? No.
So all Templar means to you is Roger Moore.
I only watched it for the stick man with the halo. Bing! He was better animated.
So I'm correct in saying that the word Templar doesn't mean much to you.
Well, there was the Order of Knights who were wiped out in an Inquisition in 1312, I suppose.
That's them. What else do you know?
Just how much information do you think there is on a Trivial Pursuit card?
A what?
From the medieval edition. We had it on the stand a couple of years ago. Ask me what a feuter is. Go on, I know all this stuff.
Never mind. Okay, forget about the Templars for a minute. What do you know about Knights?
Like the Crusaders, they came to the East on an insane and pointless mission. They sacrificed thousands of lives, including their own, for insensate pride. How anyone can find them romantic confounds me.
Sudden change in his voice.
So, this is your stand?
Oh, yes, sir. Though stand does not begin to do it justice. The finest in this bustling metropolis.
This is a bustling metropolis?
Well, not per se, no.
You speak very good English.
Thank you, sir. I learned from tapes that my uncle procured.
Oh, a language course.
No, sir. Jeeves and Wooster. Gussie, Fink, Noto, Aunt Agatha. What ho?
Like I said.
How much are those books there on the shelf?
Have you any Syrian pounds?
I think I might have a couple of Irish pund.
Then they're too expensive for you, sir.
What do you think of this, eh?
Oh, sir, what a splendid plaything. One day, when I am rich,
that's what most women say.
To build a world-renowned collection of brightly colored balls.
Are you serious?
In deadly earnest. People will come from far and wide to see my
sell it to you for a few grand.
The Rockefellers and the Gettys can keep their hordes of so-called fine art. But answer me this. What good is a Picasso, I ask you, if you cannot bounce it off a wall?
You may have a point.
A comedian. No surprise there.
Have you seen this man before?
No, sir. I'm glad to say. Cold eyes.
Do you know the name Merlin?
I'm afraid not, old bean.
Look at this. A lifting key as used by Parisian sewer workers.
Calais, Calais, sir. I must remember this day for posterity. My grandchildren will be fascinated.
Okay.
What do you make of this?
Well, beyond the obvious, very little. That pattern seems very familiar, though.
This plaster was very useful in Ireland.
Really? Your fund of travelers' tales never ceases to enthrall me. I didn't have you down as a doctor.
I'm not. I, acquired it.
I didn't have you down.
Stole it like I did everything in my inventory.
Either.
I'm not. Here, shake hands, Nijo.
I'd rather not, sir. At
No.
least not while you've got that shake and shock buzzer clumsily concealed in your palm.
Oh, you noticed.
Yeah, you supposed to put it on right in front of his face.
Limitation conventions, those are.
Failed his sleight of hand check.
What do you make of this?
A man-sized double-ply tissue stained with Bestheimer's number 12 white pancake grease paint, apparently.
Alright.
So long, Nijo.
Toodle peep, sir.
Talk to the cat.
The cat was an ugly brute who looked like he owned the joint.
He ain't ugly? Come on now.
As I didn't see the point of going all the way over there to get scratched, I stayed where I was.
Fine. Alright, deduct the point for the game, then I'll let you pet the cat. There's these jabronis.
Hello. I was wondering whether you could help me.
Why, hi there, handsome. What can I do for you?
Hi, my name's
nothing.
George.
Time to go.
I was just...
Well, it certainly is delightful to meet you, George. My name's Mrs. Henderson, but you can call me Pearl, I'm sure.
Okay, Pearl. I was...
So nice to meet a friendly American face so far from home.
Pearl?
Yes, dear?
I was just wondering if you could help me.
Why, sure, precious.
Do you know anything about medieval weaving?
I do a little needlework, but gosh.
It's okay. It was a long shot. Have you talked to the boy on the bric-a-brac stand?
Oh, you've met him? His name's Nico, you know. Oh, he's just so cute, I could die. I'd love to bundle him up and take him back to Ohio.
He might not thank you.
I'm looking for something ancient, you know. Something to impress the folks back home. The poor boy was trying to do his best, but we still haven't found anything.
Have you ever heard of a group of knights called the Templars?
Sounds familiar. I remember. Dwayne had a book. The Holy Something and the Holy Something Else, I can't quite recall. I read a little of it.
And?
Seemed like a lot of hooey to me.
So, tell me a little about yourself, Pearl.
Me? Oh, a gentleman's interest is always so flattering. Well, my husband and I run a greetings card company in a cute little place called Akron in Ohio.
Akron? Cute? Little? Is your husband around, Pearl?
Well, as a matter of fact, yes, he is. Sorry to disappoint you.
No, that's not what I was implying.
What does this mean to you?
Gosh, is this some sort of psychological test?
No.
Oh, well in that case it's a red ball.
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
Reminds me of my late Uncle Abner.
Oh? Is he a clown?
No, he was a drunk.
It's true.
Have you seen this man before?
No. A friend of yours?
No, not really. Have you ever heard of anybody calling himself Merlin?
Merlin?
No, Merlin. Merlin. There's an O in there.
Moulin?
You haven't, have you?
No, darling. No Moulin.
Do you know what this is?
Lord, no. It looks painful, though.
It's a sewer key.
Who'd want to break into a sewer?
Me, 2 times.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
You're a philommonist?
Don't they have secret handshakes?
Oh, George, now you're teasing.
I've got some plaster of Paris.
That's nice, dear.
Completely unimpressed with that
What do you
one.
think of this?
Oh, looks scientific. It's a blood pressure thing, isn't it?
What do you make of this grease paint stained tissue?
Oh, it's grease paint. I thought somebody had gaudy taste in makeup.
I liked her too much to zap her with the buzzer.
Oh.
I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George. Don't be a stranger.
He didn't have anything that I needed. I wasn't hungry and didn't want to buy fruit, so I didn't start a conversation.
Fine. That's her way of telling you. There's no dialogue here. Keep
Hi,
moving.
what's your name, sir?
Hello, you buy kebab. Most good.
No.
What do you make of this?
Buy kebab. Most good.
What do you think of this?
Buy kebab. Come to the...
Does this mean anything to you?
No, you buy kebab.
I'd value your opinion on this, sir.
Nah, you buy kebab. None?
Well,
Let's get out of here.
goodbye. Have a nice day.
In this hole.
Good.
You can. What's this guy? Let's grab him.
Hi, I was wondering whether you could help me.
Gotta be a reason why he's just walking around anonymously.
Why, sure, son. Always got time for a fellow American. The name's Henderson. Dwayne Henderson.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Henderson.
Hell, boy. I'm not in the office. Call me Dwayne.
Oh, okay. Dwayne? My name's George Stobbart. Have you talked to Nijo?
Nijo? He's the youngster on that junk stand, right? Yeah, we've met him. He's a smart kid. Speaks 4 languages, and he's never had a day's formal education. He should go far. Kept trying to peddle garbage on us, though.
You're not gonna find much worthwhile around here.
I know that, and you know that. But try telling Pearl. She reckons there's antiquities in them door stands.
Do you mind if I ask you an odd question?
Okay, but I might not answer it.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
The Knights Templar?
Yep.
Nope. Nothing at all.
Well, you knew they were an order of knights.
What I know and what I say are 2 different things, boy. I haven't lasted as long as I have in this business without knowing that.
In this business?
Sure. The greetings card business.
Oh, please. I saw a medieval picture of a woman, royalty or nobility, something like that. She was looking in a mirror, but the reflection was of a man with 3 faces. What do you think of that?
I think you should be in therapy.
Does the image of a knight holding a crystal ball mean anything to you?
Hell no. What would a knight want with a hunk of glass?
I don't know. That's the problem.
What's wrong, boy?
It's not a crystal ball. It all came together in my head. What the conspirators had mentioned losing. The strange perspective of the manuscript. It's a lens.
Okay.
Do you think bulls have any significance around here?
Weird question, George. Nope, I don't think they have.
What does Pearl do for a living?
Oh, I run a greetings card company, and Pearl writes the poems for him. You ought to ask her to recite.
Oh, that's her husband. Okay.
You're a long way from home, Dwayne.
Could say the same about you, George.
Me? Well, I'm just sightseeing, that's all.
Without a camera? Kinda lags to come all this way and not take pictures. Mind if I take a picture of you, George?
What? Why? Ow! You could have warned me.
Didn't say
you
yes.
don't mind, do you, George? The folks back home will be real interested.
What exactly do you do, Dwayne?
Didn't I say? Oh, I run a greeting card company. Yep, we're based in Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland? Pearl said you're in Akron.
What was that?
Nothing. Just thinking out loud. What do you think of this?
It's a ball. Big deal.
Recognize this?
A clown's red nose.
Have you seen this man before?
Maybe. Where'd you get it?
I just picked it up somewhere.
Sure. I'm always picking up photos of complete strangers and then asking around.
Ow! Damn it.
This guy sounds fishy as fuck.
I've got another picture of a complete stranger. Maybe I'll ask around about this one.
Do you know the name Merlin?
Nope.
What do you make of this?
A manhole lifting key. So?
Hey, how come you recognize it?
Hey, how come you're carrying it?
Yeah, well, let's just drop the subject, shall we? Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Look, I've got some plaster of Paris.
Yeah, and I've got a picture of me shaking hands with George Bush. Of course, that was back in '76.
What do you think of this?
A blood pressure gauge? Why in blue blazes are you carrying that?
I'm carrying it for a friend. What do you think of this grease paint stained tissue?
You've been hanging around with actors?
Shake hands, Dwayne.
Why?
Just being friendly.
Let's just be friendly by keeping our hands to ourselves. Yeah?
Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
Hello again, Pearl.
Why, hello, George. It's such a pleasure to see you again.
You said that your company is based in Akron.
And Dwayne said it's in Cleveland, no doubt.
Well, yes, he did.
Dwayne was in the Marines and Vietnam, you know. Anyway, he got a medical discharge. Thing is, he gets confused. We moved away from Cleveland 5 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean...
He also gets a little paranoid. Thinks he's a spy or something.
I'm so sorry, Pearl.
Don't worry yourself, George. We live with it.
Okay, so...
I've got to go now, Pearl.
He's harmless.
Been a pleasure, George.
Apparently.
Don't be a stranger.
Okay, so... Door up here. Let's screw that.
I figured going out into the countryside was a pretty good way to get lost.
Or not. So we can go through the doorway over here on our right, or we can continue down this alley. We'll go through the alley before we go in that doorway. Or is there no hand here now? What's going on? There was a hand there, right? The fuck? George! Dwayne, whatever, get the fuck out of the way. Take your picture somewhere else, bro. Bruh. Well. That did nothing. Alright, I guess we're going in the doorway then. He looks like a carpenter.
Hi. Hello, sir. Lovely carpet.
Does this mean anything to you?
Yes, yes. Carpet, yes?
Great. It's like the other
What do
guy
you think
didn't
of
tell you
this?
shit.
Lovely carpet, yes.
Does this mean anything to you?
Yes, yes. Carpet, yes?
What do you think of this?
Lovely carpet.
Come
yes.
on. What's the point of these
Does
two
this
idiots?
mean anything to you?
Yes, yes. Carpet, yes?
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Ah. Give to me. Give to me. A la mode.
Hey, my match is back. What? Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Don't go. Read the sign first. So you know what the hell's going on.
Many beneficent greetings, my most fortunate possible friend.
Huh? Do I know you, mister?
No. No. And again I say, no.
No.
But, my friend, do you not see our mutual good fortune in this meeting?
How frank do you want me to be?
You are a traveler, yes?
Boy, you must be the world's greatest detective.
No. I am told that is Sherlock Holmes of the big forehead and slipper full of shag. I, as contrast, am world's greatest luxury taxi driver.
I can see where this is going.
I am Ultar, taxi driver and luxury guide per excellent, yes.
This I had to hear.
Where does your heart desire to go? Simply mention the name to your obedient servant, and we shall fly there, swift as the eagle.
Oh, well, I don't really want to leave Marib yet, but I'm sure that if I do, you'll be the first to know.
Is good. You know where you want to go, you come to Ultar.
Thanks. See you around, Ultar.
Be having a pleasant day, full of shining experiences and happiness, my friend.
Oh, I thought I was still talking now. The spittoon?
I hadn't felt a need to spit since I was 12.
What? Bullshit.
The outside of the ornate spittoon was beautiful. The inside wasn't. I was surprised to see alcohol on open sale in Syria. Then I realized this wasn't really open sale. And then I realized they weren't even alcoholic drinks anyway. The spittoon was nearly full. What did they sell here? Drinks or expectorants?
I know, a long time spinning at least one. Like, get that out of here. I don't know what he goes like at least 2 days without spinning. Something. Alright.
Hi! Nice club you've got here. I was wondering if you could help me. What? I mean, I beg your pardon? I'm sorry, but I don't understand.
No surprise there, all righty. He says sorry, but he not speak English.
But he didn't say anything.
He not have tongue.
No tongue? What happened?
It was bet.
And he lost.
He won. You should see other chappie. Oh, yes.